In this video, I am going to show you how to record using a DSLR camera being connected to a V9 sound card and connected also to a mixer. And just to inform you, this mixer has no USB port. Without further ado, let's get started. And now let me show you the cables we will be using. So still we will be using a condenser microphone, and this is just the XLR cable for this condenser microphone to the mixer, and I'll show you how to use this one later. So this is just an audio adapter, and this is another audio cord, so 3mm. I think this is called TRS to 3.5mm. And I'll show you also how to use this one, the RCA to 3.5mm. And this is another audio cable, so the one that has two lines on both ends. And these two cords here are just this comes when you purchase the V9 sound card, so I'll show you how to use that. And I will be using also a headset, so it's up to you if you want to use a headphone or a headset or even a speaker, but for recording purposes I don't really suggest you use a speaker, because the condenser microphone, some of the noises also might pick it up, so you'd rather use a headphone or a headset for recording purposes. And now let's start the connection. So first let's connect this XLR cable. Okay, so this one here, this end, we will connect to the mic, the one that says mic 1 in here, and other end to this condenser microphone. And first we'll try to connect this one. So you don't have to have all this cords in here, so it's up to you later whichever you have. So let me show you first to use this one. Okay, so I will connect it over here, the one that says stereo out. Okay, let me zoom it in first. Okay, so that's where I'm going to be connecting it. So from the stereo out, right there. Okay. And the other end of this cord we will connect. So again, it looks like that. We will connect to this V9 sound card. And first you can just select either capacitor 1 or capacitor 2. So let's connect it in the capacitor 2. And on this one here, so this is another audio cable I will be using. So it looks like that with the two lines on both ends. I'm going to connect this one. You can just select either earphone or headphone. So either way. So let's just select, let's say, earphone. And the other end we will connect to this DSLR camera. So just locate where is the microphone of your DSLR camera. So in this case it's just right there. So that's where we're going to be putting in this one. Okay. And the headphone, I will be connecting this one to this DSLR camera. So in this case it's just right there. So let's insert this one for the headphone. Okay, there it is. And this other cords, I'll be showing you that later, how to use them. And just to take note, on your camera you would have to play around first, or make sure to set your microphone to whatever level of sensitivity before you start your recording. So simply go to your, let me turn this on first. Okay, so simply go to your menu right there and find your microphone sensitivity. The default on this camera was number 12, so I have to lower it to 5. And make sure to play around with it first before you start your recording, so you don't have to redo the whole thing. Okay, let's now turn on everything. So let's turn on the mixer. And let's turn on this V9 sound card and turn on this camera. Okay, so in this setup, just to give you a heads up, so your control for the volume, you have two controls. So here you can control it from here or here as well. And by the way, for the effects, you have both. You can add some effects on here. This is for the microphone sound effects right there, like the echo and the bass. You can here or there, so you can add some more from here. So it's up to you. Again, you can play around, whatever is your preference. Okay, so now let me put on the headset, and we will be testing if it is working. So let me just hit record on here, just so that you will hear whatever is the output for the video. Okay, so let's hit record from there. Okay, so now whatever you are hearing is that is now from the DSLR camera. So again, from this mixer and V9 sound card to the DSLR camera. Okay, so now as you notice, you can already hear me even if this one is not yet closer to my mouth. So it's up to you if you want to lower the volume from here or there. And as I mentioned, if so you can the equalizer from there, or to adjust your sound preference, it's up to you. You can even lower everything on here, and you can adjust your whatever preference for your voice over there. So, but again, it's better if this is on as well on this specific setup. Okay, so let me just move this mic closer to myself. Sound check, testing 1 2. Okay, so that is pretty much the audio that you will be hearing from this camera. Testing 1 2, and let's check if it's picking up the sound effects from here. Okay, let's select awesome. Awesome. Okay, and giggle. Okay, there it is. And let's say laughter. Okay, and let's try the pitch. So this one is to change your voice. Okay, let's press that.
Sound check, testing 1 2. Okay, so change, and let's select another one.
Sound check, testing 1 2.
Okay, there it is. And again, let's just go back first to our original
voice. There it is. Okay, now if you want to mute, so it's the same thing. You'll get muted if this one is pressed. Sound unmute. There it is. Okay, and what else? So again, on here, just make sure if you're recording all the time, this record knob on here is always high, because if this is low, nothing is recorded. So there's no voice at all on whatever gadget you are using for recording. And the music, this is just like if you have pretty much whatever is the output from here, that's the output also from like whatever recording or wherever you are recording, whatever gadget you're using for recording. Okay, and now let me show you how to use the other cords in there. So to use this one, okay, so if in case you don't have this type of cord, so again, it looks like that. So provided you don't have this type of cord, it's a TRS and 3.5 mm. So if you don't have this one and you have this one, so again, this comes when you purchase this V9 sound card. You just need an audio adapter and you should be able to do it. Okay, let me show you. So let's use one of these, and so with this audio adapter, so it looks like that. So connect one end in there, and this time you connect it under phones. So let me just put it okay, let me just close up that port where I connected it. So again, that's where I connected it, the one that says phones instead of stereo out. And the other end, so same thing, you can connect it either capacitor 1 or capacitor 2. So let's connect it to capacitor 1 this time. Okay, so now let's test it out again. So again, this is another setup using the other audio cord. So again, let's hit record on here so that I can show you the actual audio coming from this camera. Okay, there it is. So I hit record. So it's currently recording. So now, whatever you can hear from me that is the voice or the actual audio from this DSLR camera. I think it's very loud. Let's just make it a little bit lower. So again, this microphone is not even closer to my mouth than you can hear me already. So testing 1 2, testing 1 2. So again, the volume is from here or from there. Okay, so either you can lower it over here, sound check, or you can lower it over here as well. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. So I'm moving it closer to my mouth. Whatever is your preference. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. So same thing if we're going to try this effects from here, like giggle, applause, and 9277. Okay, and let's say pitch to change the voice. Sound
Check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 4.
Okay, so as you notice, it's pretty much the same. All the effects from here is being recorded, or it can capture the recorded to this DSLR camera. And now, if in case you decided to, let's say you wanted to record a song cover, or you wanted to record that needs a background music or instrument, so this time you will need a gadget as the source of your karaoke song, or let's say background music. So let's say, for example, we are going to use this Android phone as a source of our -1 or background music. So I will be using a YouTube as my source for -1. So I'm going to show you two ways on how to connect this to this like to V9 and V9 sound card, also to the mixer. For example, if you prefer to connect your -1 or background music through the mixer, you will need this type of cord. So it looks like that. So RCA to 3.5 mm. So let me show you how to connect this one. So the RCA, we will connect this to the mixer. Okay, let me show you where I'm going to connect it. So the one that says 7/8, just simply white to white and red to red. And the other end, you just simply connect it to your headphone audio jack or headphone port. So it's right there. And by the way, for the volume for this one, so you have two options. Of course, here make sure it's up, and the volume from the gadget as well. So your volume of your -1 will be coming from here. So make sure it's up, and you can lower it if you want. Okay, and from here you can just make sure the volume, so the volume is right there. So it's up to you, whatever is your preference, if it's lower or a little bit lower, or the max. So it's up to you. Okay, and now let's give it a try, give it a sample. So I'm going to hit record again from this camera. At least you will hear if both the -1 and this condenser microphone, the vocal, both be recorded using this DSLR. Okay, so again, so the volume here is up already, the record is up over there, and the music is up. So this is pretty much whatever audio coming from here, that is this nub in there. Okay, so now let's give it a sample. Okay, let me put on my headset. Okay, so I'm going to hit record again, and there it is. I hit record already. And again, same thing, whatever you're hearing from me right now, that is the audio coming out from this DSLR camera. Okay, so let's play this karaoke song. So it sounds like it's too loud. Okay, we should lower the volume either from here or from there. Okay, there it is. And since it's all true, how could anyone mean more to me than you? Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, now let me show you another way of connecting your karaoke song to the V9 sound card. So provided you don't have this type of cord, that's fine. So again, it looks like that. So if you don't have this type of cord, you can connect anyway. I believe most of the gadgets or the phones right now have a Bluetooth function, so you can connect your -1 from there to here wirelessly. So how to do that? It's pretty simple. Just simply click this Bluetooth icon right there. Okay, so it should be blinking blue already. It's too bright, that's why you can't see it. So there it is, it looks blue already, blinking blue. So simply go to your Bluetooth functions on here. So Bluetooth is right there. Oh, I turned it off. Okay, so the one that says FRJ, that is the one, FRJ speaker. Just tap that and there it is. It says connected. So it's already connected. So which means whatever you play on here, specifically this like YouTube song or karaoke song or background music, will come out from this V9 sound card. So again, you're connecting your -1 using YouTube as your source, and it's connected to this V9 sound card wirelessly. Okay, let's give it a try. So same thing, let me hit record on here. So you will, okay, there it is. So it's now recording. So you can hear the actual voice or audio coming from the V9 sound card, playing this -1 as well as this, like using this condenser microphone. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's hit play. Hey, sometimes I'm not so wise. You are my heart and my soul, my inspiration, just like the old love song goes. Okay, there it is. Okay, so as you notice, it did record both the -1 from the YouTube and as well as this microphone. And now let me give you a sample recording both the video and audio coming from the mixer, connected to the V9 sound card with a condenser microphone. And again, in this setup, I have connected the -1 wirelessly, so using a Bluetooth functions of this V9 sound card. Sorry if sometimes I look past you. There's no one beyond your eyes. Thanks again, guys, so for watching. And if you like this type of video, please like and subscribe. And again, all the wires that I showed to you earlier, you don't need to have all of them. So again, there are options that I showed you. If you don't have the other one, you can use the other one. So I hope you learned a little something today. And thanks again, guys, for watching. Keep safe. And until next time, God bless.